What's going on, everyone? CJ back here with a brand new episode of the SFL. That is right, the Smallz Football League. We only have 4 weeks left here in season number 1 of the Madden 25 SFL series. What a wild and crazy season it has been. Tons of surprises, us being one of them with our 4-9 record, but lots of subscribers. We got about 59, I think, and just tons of subscribers emerging as forces here in the SFL and putting together some pretty solid stats. But getting a look at the playoff picture here, of course, we're not in it. Not mathematically out of it, though. Technically, I mean, we could make it with the 8-9 record, but in all likelihood, not going to see your Tuscaloosa Terminators squad in the playoffs. But getting a look at the playoffs here over on the NFC side, we have our division rival and best team in the SFL record-wise, the Savannah Spirits, as the number 1 seed. We got the Albany Argonauts, who have a subscriber, channel member, and X Factor player, Bobby Donuts, on that squad. They are the 2 seed. We got the Grand Rapids Lightning right now as the 3 seed. San Jose Industrials as the 4, and then we got the Roswell Revolution as the 5 seed, the Salem Steelhawks, one of the more popular teams in the SFL, as the 6 seed, and of course the St. Louis Sentinels over there as the 7 seed. And then getting a look at the AFC side, we got the Jersey Shore D's right now sitting at the number 1 spot, getting that first round bye as it stands right now. And then the Colorado Rockies at number 2. They are kind of on a skid. They were tied, I think, with the Spirits for the best record in the SFL. They've kind of fallen off a bit, but they still are the number 2 seed. And then we got the Providence Red Raiders at number 3. The Sacramento Sharks, who we play today, they got 2 subscribers and an X Factor channel member on their team also. They are the number 4 seed. We got the St. Petersburg Manatees as the 5, and the Edmonton Coyotes as the 6 seed, and of course the Memphis Suns as the 7 seed. And just a friendly reminder to you guys, if you don't know this already, if you've been living under a rock or if this is your first time watching this series, I did make all 32 teams here in the SFL. Go check out the first video in this playlist if you would like to see them all. I put a lot of hard work into it, and so far, this is who is emerging as playoff potential squads here in season number 1. But in today's episode, I thought that we would go through the subscriber stats in the SFL. I only do that every so often because it does take a little bit of time. So if you would like to skip right to the gameplay, which I don't recommend, you want to see how these subscriber players are doing so far in the season, but you can go ahead and skip ahead with the chapters below, right to the gameplay. But we're going to take a look at all your guys' stats and see how you're doing so far. We also got a game plan to play these Sacramento Sharks. Again, they got 2 subscribers, one of them being a channel member, and also another subscriber on that squad as well, both defenders. So we got to get a look at the Sacramento Sharks roster and see what this team is all about. We got a lot to get into today. Cue the intro, man. And as always, if you would like to join the SFL as a creative player, check the pinned comment down below. It's got all the information I would need to add you. I believe we are up to 59 subscribers, so somebody could be that lucky number 60. So check the pinned comment down below. Also, check out the official SFL Discord. A link is in the description. But here with the stats, I'm just going to go alphabetical by the teams, and I'll try to go as quickly as possible, but this is important to me, as I'm sure it's important to you too, because this series is about you guys. So with the Albany Argonauts here, we got quarterback Craig Ray having a very good season, 3,203 passing yards on 372 attempts. He's got 31 touchdowns and 11 interceptions, so almost a 3-to-1 touchdown interception ratio. That is awesome, and I'm sure that's a big reason why his boys are the number 2 seed, also completing 72% of his passes as well. And his subscriber mate, running back, superstar X Factor, and channel member Bobby Donuts having a pretty solid season, almost at 1,000 yards on the ground, 974 to be exact. Average yards per carry, not the greatest at 3.9, but he's got 12 touchdowns on the ground. He is definitely top 5 in the league in rushing touchdowns, and he and Craig Ray doing some really good things on this Albany Argonauts squad. We got a lone subscriber on the Edmonton Coyotes, but as I showed you, they are in the playoffs too, and that would be wide receiver out of Miami of Ohio, Timmy Winfield. He is the 3rd highest receiver in terms of yards on this Edmonton squad. He's, backing up Paris Campbell and DK Metcalf, so they got a really good receiving room. But Timmy here at 653 receiving yards, averaging 13.6 yards per reception, about 50 a game. So that's he's definitely a viable option. And looks like he is also 2nd place on the team with 7 touchdowns. And he is getting the ball thrown to him by Deshaun Watson. So best of luck to you, Timmy. But you are having a really good season. So shout out to you. Portland Destroyers are up next. They got 2 subscribers. And at one time, a front runner for MVP, or one of the front runners for MVP. Not sure now. We'll probably look at the yearly awards next episode. But Dominic, not so young, I'm going to call him, because I believe he's 38. Which really, that's only... I'm not gonna show my age here. That's not that much older than me, just so you know. So anyways, Dominic having a really good season too. 2,883 yards on 341 attempts, 232 completions, completing the ball, the passes at a 68% completion rate. But look at that just nasty touchdown interception ratio. 30 touchdowns to only 7 interceptions. That is something. And he's also actually the 2nd leading rusher on their team behind Aaron Jones. So the age ain't nothing but a number. Dominic can still get it done on the ground to the tune of 170 yards and also a score. So shout out Dominic Young. And then, of course, wide receiver here, Alexander Kleblek. He is the 3rd highest receiver on the team in terms of yards. Keenan Allen is the premier wide receiver on this team. But Alexander here, 41 receptions, 386 yards, averaging 9.4 yards per catch, about 30 per game, and only found the end zone twice, but he is the 3rd leading receiver on the team. So shout out Dominic Young and Alexander Kleblek. Jersey Shore D's, who I showed you are the #1 seed in the AFC, led behind the likes of Lamar Jackson, playing very good in his own right. But we got wide receiver tight end Jesse Moore, 2nd leading receiver on the team, actually leading the team in receptions though at 67. But 2nd place in yards at 656 behind Cooper Kupp. Jesse averages 9.8 yards per catch and also 50.5 yards per game. So he is definitely Lamar Jackson's, maybe he's the Mark Andrews of this team, right? And actually the D's were the Baltimore Ravens before I relocated them. So there you go. So Jesse 2nd place in yards, 2nd place in total touchdowns, receiving touchdowns also at 7. So Jesse is playing very good. And we'll get a look at first subscriber defender that we're going to highlight here, and that is Aiden Grau. So Aiden is 3rd place on the team in tackles at 57. He's got 3 TFLs, no picks yet. That's a little rough. No sacks either, but he does lead the team in pass deflections, so that is very good to see from Aiden. Oklahoma City Eels, our division rival, they got 2 subscribers on their squad. Another top 5 leading vote getter at one time for MVP. That's Mason Buchanan, and Mason Buchanan playing good just like he did last year in Madden 24, carrying that over to Madden 25. Mason has 3,285 yards through the air, 404 attempts, 290 completions, giving him a 71% completion rate, and also a nice 3-to-1 touchdown interception ratio for Mason, as he has thrown 30 touchdowns to only 10 interceptions. And he has also added 320 yards on the ground to 4 touchdowns. So dual threat quarterback for sure. So nice job, Mason. And then, of course, Grom Briner here. He's the running back, but he's really a receiver. And I'll show you why here in a moment. But on the ground, Grom has 171 attempts, 588 yards, averaging 3.4 yards per carry. So not the best average in the world for a running back. He does have 6 touchdowns and averages about 45 a game. But Grom Briner, look at this, man. He is right in the mix as a receiver as well. Pretty similar stats to their true wide receivers. And I see it week after week when I recap the stats. Grom Briner always kills it in the pass game. But he has caught 41 catches as a running back. That's crazy. That is really crazy. He has 397 yards receiving, averaging 9.7 yards per reception, 30 a game, but 8 touchdowns. So Grom is tied with Hunter Renfrow for most receptions on the team. So shout out Mason Buchanan and Grom Briner. Alex Thompson, the brother of our quarterback Drew Thompson for the North Carolina Flyers. They are having I thought we were having a tough season. They are having a tough season. We beat them. That's how you know it's bad. We haven't beaten that many teams, and we've beaten the North Carolina Flyers. But Alex here, 2,943 yards, completing 265 of his passes on 368 attempts. An okay touchdown interception ratio, really. 23 touchdowns to 10 interceptions, completing the ball at a high rate at a 72% completion. So that's good to see. And he's also getting it done on the ground as well. He's ran the ball 53 times for 217 yards and averaging 4.1 yards per carry. So shout out Alex Thompson on the NC Flyers. San Jose Industrials up next. They got 2 subscribers, and one of them is a longtime SFL OG who's playing really good football with Drake May. Yeezy Fuentes, second place on the team in terms of yardage and reception. So he's got 51 catches, 718 yards, averaging. He's best average on the team in terms of average, receiving yards per reception at 14.1. He averages about 55 yards per game and 7 touchdowns to tie with Zay Flowers and only 1 behind Dawson Knox. So a really, really nice season for Yeezy. You love to see it. And they also got a subscriber defender as well, and that would be cornerback Josh Pickney. So Josh has 56 tackles, a TFL, and 3 interceptions. Wow. So nice to see that. It's tied for first place on the team, as a matter of fact, with DJ Reed, and also has 5 pass deflections. So shout out Yeezy Fuentes and Josh Pickney on the Industrials. Chase Kaiser, who I'm still a little mad at, he beat us last week, and I really thought we should have won that game because the Las Vegas Jacks also have a worse record than us, or at least they had. They might be tied with us now. So shout out Chase Kaiser for getting that W against us. And he's having an okay season, nothing that's going to really knock your socks off, but the socks might start to slip off a little bit.
What?
What I'm saying is it's an average performance, 2,734 yards, completing 219 of his passes on 304 attempts. He's got 19 touchdowns to 12 picks, so not the best TD interception ratio, but I feel like most subscribers are completing 70-something% of their passes. I don't know if that's just the Madden sim engine or what, but that seems to be kind of like the common theme. And also, it seems like most quarterbacks can run the ball pretty well too. Chase being no exception. He's ran the ball 60 times, so kind of a lot for a quarterback. And he's picked up 271 yards on the ground, averaging 4.5 yards per run, and also 5 touchdowns. Wow, so definitely a dual threat quarterback. So shout out Chase Kaiser on the Jacks. Take a look at the 3-seed Grand Rapids Lightning and Lucas Spicer, who is definitely spicing up this SFL in terms of yardage. He's got a lot of them, 3,351 yards, completing 72% of his passes, just like the other ones. So there's got to be something with the sim, man, but I love to see it for the subscribers. Now, not that many touchdowns. I mean, a decent amount, basically a 2-to-1 touchdown interception ratio. He's got 20 TDs and 11 picks. And on the ground as a runner, about on par with the rest of the subs, but he's ran the ball 72 times though, so he's doing a little bit more. And he's picked up 321 yards, averaging 4.5 yards per carry, and also 4 touchdowns on the ground. And his subscriber receiver mate, Floyd Butler, is 4th place on the team in yards. He's caught 45 passes, picked up 492 yards, averaging 10.9 per reception, about 37 per game, and also tied for first place on the team with Amari Cooper with total touchdowns as a receiver. Montana Mountain Lions, they got 4 subs as well, and their quarterback, McDonald's 10-piece. I love the name. 2,950 yards as a passer, completing 66% of his passes, so that's a little bit lower than some of the other ones that we've seen. Still a decent completion rate though, and he's got 27 touchdowns to 13 picks, so decent season. And also on the ground as a runner, 70 attempts for 300 yards and also 3 touchdowns. So there you go. Pretty good. We got 2 subscriber receivers here, or a receiver and a tight end, really, and they're second and third place on the team. So nice to see that. Christian Bengals caught 55 passes for 658 yards, and Gavin Goats caught 50 catches for 590. They both average about 12 yards per reception, average about 50 yards per game. Christian Bengal has 2 touchdowns, and Gavin Goat has 8 touchdowns. So Gavin, second place on the team in total touchdowns. And then defensively, we also have subscriber King Lay, who has 52 total tackles, one of those being a TFL, and also a half a sack on the season. No picks, but 2 pass deflections. So shout out all the subscribers on the Montana Mountain Lions. Dakota Pronghorns in the NFC North, they got 1 lone subscriber, and that would be a running back, Caleb King, who's having kind of a tough go at it, I would say. 173 attempts, 621 yards, only averaging 3.6 yards per attempt, though. That's kind of rough. And only 3 touchdowns, but still time to turn it around. I mean, he could definitely eclipse 1,000 yards, but gonna need some big games here. So shout out Caleb King on the Dakota Pronghorns. Rochester Rebels up next here in the NFC East. They also got 1 subscriber, and that would be Tommy Pickle. So maybe rivaling the name of McDonald's 10-piece. Tommy Pickle is a clutch name. Looks like a clutch receiver too. Third place on the team in terms of receptions and yards. So caught 54 passes from Kirk Cousins to the tune of 722 yards receiving, averaging 13.4 per game and 55, or per reception, I should say, and averaging 55 per game. Also caught 6 TD passes as well, which is only 1 behind Brandon Cooks. Good for second place. So shout out Tommy Pickle, the old rugrat on the Rochester Rebels. Roswell Revolution, the 5 seed, led behind Jordan Love, one of my favorite quarterbacks in the league. They got a couple subscribers on the team, and look at wide receiver BT Taylor, the rookie out of Boise State, first place on the team in yards at 7-11. He's always open, one might say. Bruh. Just like a 7-11. No, you guys like that. He's caught 56 passes from Jordan Love, averaging 12.7 per reception. And just like most subscribers, living in that 55-ish range as far as average yards per game. And not that many touchdowns, though. That's really Calvin Ridley and DPJ kind of poaching those, but BT has caught 3 of them. And defensively, we also got a subscriber corner, Jameer Juice. So Jameer has 50 tackles, 2 of those being TFLs, and a half a sack, but 2 interceptions. I like to see that. And also 2, no, not 2. Come on, CJ, open your eyes. Read 8 pass deflections. So nice work there, and shout out BT Taylor and Jameer Juice on the Roswell Revolution. Boulder Rockies up next here, and we got Lucas Thomas, again, was also at one point in the top 5, I think, for MVP. Not sure where he stands now. They are kind of on a losing streak, as I said. But Lucas, 2,701 yards through the air, completed 239 of his passes on 348 attempts, 2-to-1 touchdown interception ratio too, so 24 touchdowns, 12 picks, completing 68% of his passes. So nice work there for Lucas. And I know, I was going to say, I always see him running the ball in the weekly stats. He's got 91 attempts, about half of their starting running back, Najee Harris. So he's a workhorse. He's a workhorse for sure. And he's picked up 343 yards on the ground and also 4 touchdowns as well. So you love to see that. And receiving subscriber Austin Lucas, second place on the team in terms of yards. He's caught 57 passes for 647 yards, averaging 11.4 per reception and about 50 per game. Also caught 2 touchdown passes from Lucas Thomas as well. So shout out Austin Lucas and Lucas Thomas on the Rockies. St. Louis Sentinels and subscriber quarterback Ashton Saber playing some freaking football. He's playing some good football. 3,272 yards, completed 272 passes on 368 attempts, 29 touchdowns, and 12 interceptions, also completing 73% of his passes. So Ashton Saber is killing it. Shout out to you, brother, and shout out to the St. Louis Sentinels. Sacramento Sharks, our opponent today, they got 2 subscribers, both on the defensive side of the ball. Billy Bob Joe here is second place on the team in total tackles at 65. He's got a TFL, a sack, and also 2 interceptions. That's nice to see, to go along with 2 pass deflections as well. And then some superstar X Factor channel member here, Blake Miser, 37 tackles, 8 tackles for loss, 4.5 sacks. So we are going to have to watch. Oh, and they also got TJ Watt too. Wonderful. So we are going to have to watch Blake Miser today. He could be a problem. And shout out Billy Bob Joe and Blake Miser on the Sharks. Topeka Silverbacks, they got one subscriber, and that would be quarterback Kyrie Brooks. He's thrown for 2,965 yards, 258 completions on 376 attempts. Not the best touchdown interception ratio, kind of low on the TDs. He's got 17 of those bad boys, and also thrown 11 interceptions, completing 68% of his passes. Silverbacks Nation are in a playoff hunt. Their division is kind of all jumbled together, so a couple wins for Kyrie and the boys could propel them there. So shout out Kyrie Brooks and the Topeka Silverbacks. This one may take a moment because the Spirits and our team both have like double-digit subscribers. Front runner for the MVP right now, Caleb Hayes, I believe. He definitely was most of the season. I assume he still is. 3,656 yards through the air, completing almost 300 passes on 384 attempts, 34 touchdowns to 8 interceptions, almost an 80% completion rate. I mean, get out of town. Get the freak out of town, Caleb. You're killing it over here, man. Dang. So shout out to you. And then also as a runner, Caleb has 262 yards on the ground, averaging 4.4 yards per carry to 3 touchdowns. And then their running back number 1 here, Daniel Banks, doing a really good job. Definitely going to smash that 1,000 yard mark for sure. 791 yards on the ground, a 4.1 yards per carry average, 14 touchdowns. That's crazy. That may be number 1. So that's awesome. And receivers, they got a handful of them here. DeAndre Smith has 866 yards, 13.5 yards per catch, 66.6. It's funny. 66.6 yards on the Spirits. I'm just going to leave that one there, okay? 5 touchdowns as well. And his brother George Smith also playing pretty good as well. Caught 61 passes for 705 yards, averaging 11.6 per reception and 54.2 per game, with also 4 touchdowns. So nice work there. Tight end Dallas Bolton, 61 catches, 651 receiving yards, averaging 10.7 yards per catch and about 50 yards per game with 5 touchdowns. And then also Daniel Banks getting it done as a receiver too. 35 catches for 330 yards, almost 10 yards per catch as well, and about 25 per game with 3 touchdowns. So all the subscribers, receivers killing it. Also, Caleb Hayes killing it. Now we'll go check out the defenders. Cam O'Shea leading the team in tackles with 82. Also 4 of those being tackles for loss and 3 picks as a middle linebacker to go along with 1 sack too. Cam is just a regular stat sheet stuffer over here. So really, really nice work there. Jaden Hayes, the newest member of the squad, middle linebacker number 2. He's got 53 tackles, 3 TFLs, and also a half a sack. So both middle linebackers playing really good here on Savannah. Trustin Smith, the corner, has 52 tackles and also 2 interceptions to go along with 4 pass deflections. So that is pretty good to see. And then also Jackson Prime here, 48 tackles, 2 TFLs. No picks for Jackson, but he does have 2 pass deflections. So shout out all the subscribers here on the Savannah Spirits. Salem Steelhawks, a lot of subscribers on this team too. A lot of subscribers in the league. Shout out to you guys. You guys rock for that, by the way. But Cameron Moore here, 2,726 yards, completing 233 of his passes on 344 attempts. Nice touchdown interception ratio, a 4-to-1. As a matter of fact, 20 touchdowns to only 5 interceptions and completing 67% of his passes. So a really nice work there, Cameron. Also adding 211 yards on the ground as a rusher to go along with 6 touchdowns. And Ian Taylor CO here, shout out to you. You're doing a really good job as a runner. Almost 1,000 yards at that 990 mark on 201 attempts, averaging almost 5 yards per carry. That is a little insane. And also 9 touchdowns to go along with 76 average yards per game. So Ian has really come into his own here. For sure. We got tight end Joe Uno here. 13 catches for 155 yards, averaging 11.9 yards per game and per play. So that's kind of weird. And Ian as a receiver too, 140 yards, averaging about 10.8 yards per game and also a touchdown. And we got 2 defenders here on the Steelhawks. We got Daniel THG, 56 total tackles, 2 TFLs, and also a big-time interception to go along with 2 pass deflections. No, we have 3 subscriber defenders. We got Not Oreo here, 40 tackles, 10 tackles for loss. Wow, that's something right there. And also 5 sacks, and of course his brother, It's Oreo. So we got Not Oreo, and we got It's Oreo. So It's Oreo, 19 tackles, 3 TFLs, and also 4 sacks. So there you go. Nice stats there for the brothers. And shout out everybody here on the Salem Steelhawks. Dragon Zetron here on the Akron Summits. He's playing some good football as well. A lot of these subscriber quarterbacks, man, they're out here just killing it. And maybe that's why our record is not so good, because we've had to play a good handful of them. So that could be something to do with it there. But Dragon here, 2,674 yards, completing 228 of his passes on 323 attempts, 20 touchdowns to 5 interceptions. So another nice 4-to-1 touchdown interception ratio, and also completing 70% of his passes. So shout out Dragon Zetron on the Akron Summits. Toronto Thunderbirds, they got lone subscriber here, Jordan Baker, having a okay season. The Thunderbirds kind of, same thing as us, kind of a tough season, trying to battle back in, but it may be too little too late. Jordan has 2,704 yards, and he's completed 66% of his passes, and over a 2-to-1 TD interception ratio, so that is good. 19 touchdowns to 8 interceptions, and on the ground, similar to most, he's got 211 on 50 attempts, averaging 4.2 yards per run, and also a nice touchdown in there as well. So shout out Jordan Baker and the Toronto T-Birds. And had to save the best for last, right? The Tuscaloosa Terminators, your boy CJ Smallz' team that I play with on this franchise. Our quarterback, and then you see Not Bo Nix. Long story, not going to explain it. No need, I explained it in the past, but that's why you see the stats split up there for a reason. But Drew Thompson, 2,622 yards, and he's completing 72% of his passes, 16 touchdowns to 9 interceptions. But really, if you want to be fair, you can combine both of these stats here, and it would be 27 touchdowns to 21 interceptions and about 4,000 yards. So if you want to do that, you can. But anyways, that is the stats of Drew Thompson there. Our running back, J.J. Huntington, playing some really good football. 218 attempts for 860 yards, only averaging 3.9. But look at this, 19 touchdowns. He is absolutely killing it, leading the SFL in touchdowns. That is awesome. Drew Thompson not really contributing much as a runner. 22 attempts, 78 yards, a touchdown. So, he's kind of doing some stuff when needed, but, really not really. David Njoku balling out, by the way. But subscriber receiver Ty Huntington leading the Terminator squad in touchdowns at 11. That's awesome. And almost 1,000 yards now. He's at 927 on 63 receptions, averaging about 71 per game. So that is awesome to see. J.J. Huntington, too, also doing his thing as a pass catcher. He's caught more catches than DeAndre Hopkins. So if that tells you anything right there, he's got 507 yards as a receiver, averaging 8.9 per play and 39 yards per game for 1 touchdown, too. So a nice work there from our subscriber offense players. And defensively, look, it's rough. I'm sorry, all my subscribers. It's going to get better, I promise, but it is going to be a rough showing because we're not good at defense. Maybe it's me. I don't know, but we're just not really. But a couple good things to highlight here. So Jaden Taylor, he's got 46 tackles, 3 TFLs, and 2 interceptions. So that is good to see from Jaden. And then brother Amari Taylor has 44 tackles and also 1 interception. So 3 interceptions combined here between the Taylor brothers. And then we got subscriber safety Brandon Moore at 43 tackles, 5 TFLs, though. That's good to see. And also a sack and a deflection. I wish they showed 2-point extra points because Brandon Moore blocked a kick or picked up a blocked extra point and returned it for a touchdown. So you could throw that in there as well. Middle linebacker TJ Huntington, brother of Ty and JJ. He's got 38 tackles, 3 TFLs, no sacks though, no picks, so that's kind of unfortunate. Jax Vaden has had some moments here, 24 tackles, 6 TFLs, and 3.5 sacks so far on the season. So that's pretty good there for Jax. Austin Kringle has 19 tackles, 3 TFLs, and 1 sack. And Silas Vaden, our D tackle, 15 tackles, 9 TFLs, though. That's pretty good. That's really good. And also 1 sack as well. And Aiden Leslie has 13 tackles, 2 TFLs, and a half a sack. I believe that's everybody here in the SFL. So shout out to the Terminators and everybody. Look, if I missed you, yell at me in the comments, call me out, put me on Front Street, and I will put a whole segment in the next episode for you. It's kind of hard to keep track of 59 players, but I think I got them all. Now, let's get ready for this action here today against the Sacramento Sharks. Bit of a long-winded intro, I know, but it's important to show you guys how you're doing. And, you know, this series is about you, so I want everybody to know how they're doing so far on the season. But we're heading down to OKS Field. I do not remember for the life of me. That means something. OKS, Sacramento, I cannot remember. I even tried to look it up pre-game. But at any rate, we're heading on down to Sacramento to take on the Sharks. And you get a look at their home jerseys here. Really, really fresh with the kind of like the 2 shades of blue there. And as far as the aways, we got, let me just go there. There we go. So as far as the aways, just a lot more white. And then we got the deep blues here. I like that. That's pretty fresh, if you ask me. We'll go ahead and keep them in their homes. And if you guys are fired up for this SFL series and you're loving this content, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. Help me get to 2,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours, please. And without further ado, let's get on down to Sacramento, California, and get ready for the game. Tuscaloosa gonna get the ball first, which means we are gonna have to go up against Blake Miser and Billy Bob Joe, the subscriber defenders. And we'll meet the defenders here in a minute. Ooh, nice broken tackle there from Patrick Peterson. We'll take a look at the defenders here in a minute with that, longer intro. I just kind of wanted to get into the game. But do not worry, I will show you what this Sharks squad is all about. And can we pick up a win today? That would be nice. Thought we were going to get one last week against the Jacks, but we did not. And you also get a look at OKS Field here, which is pretty fresh, also made by me. So JJ Huntington will get the ball here to start. Again, leading rushing touchdown leader in the SFL. He had one last week and starts out with a decent pickup on the ground here of about 6. And what will Drew Thompson do going up against Kenny Pickett? Kenny Pickett is the Sharks quarterback, I will tell you that. And I feel like Thompson should win that battle. But at the end of the day, in this series, you never know here. So 2nd and 4. See who can get open here. We got Njoku, who is just having an awesome season. I showed you guys pre-game over 1,000 yards, and that dominance continues as he picks up a first down. Let's meet the Sharks defense here. Again, Superstar X Factor channel member here, Blake Miser as the left end. Gotta keep our eyes on him. He could be a problem. Leatu Letu, the rookie, is the right end. And defensive tackle, they got Jaron Reed and Kalen Saunders. As far as linebackers go, more problems that we're going to have to deal with. TJ Watt. I definitely put blitz counter as my game plan today. Isaiah Simmons and Derek Barnes are the middle linebackers. Joe Tryon Shoyinka is the right linebacker. And cornerbacks, they got Asante Samuel, Mike Hilton, Kyler Gordon. So pretty good there, I would say. Marcus Epps, who's on my Akron Summits franchise, other series, go check it out. He is the free safety. Of course, Billy Bob Joe, subscriber, is the strong safety. So can we generate some yards against this team? That's not really anything that we ever have a problem with. It's the allowing of the yards is really our Achilles heel. So Drew Thompson, JJ Huntington, all the boys, I'm sure they're poised for a big game today. Look at the ankle-breaking spin move by JJ Huntington. Did you guys see that? He just put a defender on skates there. I like the energy, man. I like the energy. Just because we are a 4-9 team, right, doesn't mean we have to play like a 4-9 team. So 2nd and 3, coming out single back here, going to be a play action shot, and we got Ty Huntington. That was a beautiful pass by Drew Thompson. I put a little bit of touch on that thing, had to, because that one kind of thrown into dangerous territory a little bit. But Ty Huntington, our 2nd leading receiver on the squad, picks up a nice catch there. Yeah, we threw that thing right over the head of Derek Barnes. So could have been disastrous, but guess what? It wasn't. Leave me alone.
Okay.
I'm going to take some shots, okay? I'm like Jameis Winston on the Cleveland Browns, Thursday night primetime. I'm taking shots here. The first and 10, fresh set of downs. We are already to the 25-yard line, and we're going to go RPO to Tyler Boyd. This is his bread and butter. He's picked up tons of those. Marcus Epps makes the stop, but not until we get it down to the 10-yard line. Got ourselves in a good position here, guys. Let's test the outside. We got Ramondre Stevenson, though, so not even Huntington. And was that Blake Miser? No, it was not Blake Miser. That was TJ Watt. I saw the X Factor. They got two of them, so we're going to have to watch Blake Miser, a subscriber out of Benedictine College in Kansas, and we're also going to have to watch always TJ Watt. Could be some problems there, but maybe we can, see them both unstoppable forces there. I can't see. My camera's blocking it, but whatever. Take my word for it. Let's, DeAndre Hopkins. Oh, come on. DeAndre, turn up field, and he gets stonewalled at the 1-yard line. DeAndre Hopkins is starting to put himself together a pretty good season, I would say. And that'll make it 3rd and inches from the 1-yard line, 4-down territory? Question mark already? I don't know, but I'll tell you what, I do not like the idea of running it at both Blake Miser and TJ Watt. That's not something that seems like a good time. So let's shift this play. Come on, Huntington, get in, and he does. Okay, so adding to that touchdown total is J.J. Huntington. That'll put him at 20 now, right? And he does help the Terminators strike first blood in this one, which is always good because with our defensive woes, want to be leading as much as possible on the scoreboard. Corey Booters, who I forgot to show his stats pregame. Corey, why are you the only kicker in the SFL? I always forget. I'm so sorry. I'm going to give you your own personal highlight next episode, mark my words. And Terminators, a nice drive to start this one out. Kenny Pickett is the Sharks quarterback, and he's doing okay. I mean, definitely by Kenny Pickett standards. You can't ask for too much, you know? With Kenny, it's kind of like trying to draw blood from a stone. And I will tell you, they got Nick Chubb as their running back as well. So that's going to be a problem. And I know they got Landon Dickerson as an offensive lineman. Nick Chubb, I believe that's going to be holding. He was brought down there by Ty Huntington, but that one is going to be coming back, as a matter of fact. I love it. Greg Dulcich, appreciate it, brother. We'll go ahead and accept that and move the ball back 9 yards. Not that it matters because, you know, we, Tuscaloosa squad, man, we allow freaking 3rd and whatever conversions. Jalen Waddle, who is their starting receiver, makes a nice catch and ends up getting most of that yardage back. And we'll get a look at the Sharks offense here. Again, Kenny Pickett is their quarterback, and Nick Chubb, 99 rated overall. Running back here in Madden is their halfback. They got Alex Ingold as a fullback. Jalen Waddle and rookie Xavier Legette to go along with Kadarius Toney and also Tyler Scott. So really just Waddle is the main thing. Tight ends, nothing crazy. Greg Dulcich, Charlie Kohler, James Mitchell, and they got a really good offensive line. I'll tell you that much. They got Colton Miller as a left tackle, Landon Dickerson as a left guard. They got Cam Jurgens as center, Chris Lindstrom as the right guard, and also, so basically like half of Philly's offensive line. Lane Johnson there as the right tackle. So good offense, you know, I would say aside from Kenny Pickett, but we can make any quarterback look like a freaking all-star. So we'll see if that ends up happening today. Pickett going to be shotgun, sending a man in motion. And okay, there's a nice pass there. Catch a completion by Xavier Legette. He moves the sticks. And the Sharks get the ball here almost to midfield. See how Pickett handles the blitz here. I'm going to have Jax Vaden blitzing off of the edge, and he's going to handle the blitz wonderfully. And it's Xavier Legette. How is he still going? So we're in for this type of game.
We can make any quarterback look like a freaking all-star.
This is what we're going to do today. I wasn't really ready for that. I thought he was tackled for sure. I went down to look at my notes. I keep track of all the players' names and numbers there. I assumed that he was tackled, and that was Jaden Taylor too, and also Xavier Woods. And I mean, I don't know how he wasn't stopped. I look at my notes to see, you know, player number and stuff. I turn my head up, and he's about to score a touchdown. So awesome. Okay. 7-7, and we got our work cut out for us today, boys. So we just got punched in the mouth. Let's see how we respond. Coming out shotgun with 3 to the left. Going to be sending Tyler Boyd in motion. And also got Huntington out of the backfield on this little Texas route, which I think that is the move. I showed in the pregame stats there that Huntington is a weapon as a receiver. Both Huntingtons, really. Maybe even the middle linebacker Huntington. Maybe he's got some secret hands that we don't know about. Maybe I should throw him in the rotation and just get all the Huntington brothers out there. And speaking of Huntington brothers, this is probably going to be a screen to JJ, which it is, and got tons of blocks set up out front. So it looks like offense is not going to be a problem for either team today, as, again, we are pretty much right at midfield. Hey, we got to pick this up because if the Sharks are going to be completing 2-play drives and scoring touchdowns with ease like that, we got to make sure we always are putting up points, and that's Hopkins again on that shallow cross, which has been pretty much his route of choice, I would say. I've been trying to get him on the streaks, and this actually right here, TE attack, if he gets pressed, hoping, fingers crossed, this could be a Hopkins shot. He's not getting pressed, but it is single, well, it might not even be single coverage, so we'll see. Yeah, it's not single coverage. Oh, man. Okay, for some reason, I was thinking JJ Huntington was R1. He wasn't, though. He was triangle, so that's why I just kind of kept dropping back, and almost took the sack. Luckily, Thompson wasn't on his back. That would be whack, you know. Might as well be out here smoking crack.
Nice ride.
Got the bars today, man. A 2nd and 10. Let's see if we can hit him on this play action crosser. It's Huntington again, leading him. Ty Huntington, baby, get in there. Both Huntington brothers now with the score. And the coach drew up that PA crosser. I try to call coach suggestions as much as possible, so I'm not just out here picking broken plays. Coach did call it. I saw it. I drew it up. And it looks like we got ourselves a back-and-forth shootout here today, which will be exciting for content, but not for my blood pressure. Doctor's not going to like that. Corey Booter does drill it through. We got ourselves a 14-7 ball game, and we're still in quarter number 1. Here comes Nick Chubb, who is the 2nd leading rusher. We got Ian Talercio, number 4, and also Bobby Donuts, number 5. So nice to see some subscribers up there in, the leaders amongst the league. Always like to highlight that when possible. And Nick Chubb probably going to be the guy here. He is. But Roquan Smith, I should have highlighted his stats because he most certainly leads the SFL and TFLs. Picks up a nice one there. So it is a 3rd and 11. I would say that's good, but I just never feel confident with this team because we do allow quite a bit of 3rd down completions. Would be huge if we could stop them here, man, because I really am thirsty for a W. Again, we're, not technically eliminated from playoff contention. We could finish the season 8-9. Stranger things have happened. I realize that's probably not going to get us in there, but really at the end of the day, you never know. And Pickett, should we just send somebody at him? We are. And how about that? We actually do force, was that 3 and out? I don't know if it was a 3 and out or if they did pick up a first. Regardless, we're bringing out the punter. And if that's a sign of things to come, I am here for it. But as always, we got to reward the defense and make sure their efforts were not in vain by picking up some points of our own. Maybe Jaden Taylor can get some blocks, but he never had a chance as he's brought down there very quickly. So again, they got Blake Miser and TJ Watt over there on the right side. So definitely don't want to be running it that way. JJ Huntington putting on his dancing shoes, juking and jiving there, does pick up 4, which I'm always okay with. 4 yards per play, you're probably going to win the game. If you get 4 yards on every single play that you snap, right, you'll probably win the game. So 2nd and 6 here. This may be a Njoku tunnel vision read. Could have been PI, really. I feel like defender there, Isaiah Simmons, may have grabbed Njoku, but ref says no. And we find ourselves in 3rd down. Now, I do see the blitzer coming in there, highlighted by Trent Williams. So this could be Tyler Boyd on the levels, which I think it is. Boyd catches it. He's got room to run. Spinning for whatever reason. I have no idea. Finally wrapped up there by Asante Samuel Jr., but that was a key for 3rd down conversion because I feel like a lot of times, the rare times that we do, force teams to punt, a lot of times we end up just having to punt it right back to them. And you can't do that. It's not winning football, obviously. So nice way for Tyler Boyd and the gang to convert that. And there's really not anybody in the box. So maybe J.J. Huntington can get a couple blocks, and he does. Again, looking for that second level speed. He's brought down there by Kyler Gordon, but I will take a gain of 5. Coach is saying screen, and I kind of like that. We got something going here. Chance to go up 2 scores would be nice because the Sharks get the ball after halftime. I mean, there's still, tons of time left, but still. It'd be nice to go up 2 scores anyways. Oh, nice block thrown there. J.J. Huntington needed that. That was Laken Tomlinson bringing him free. Coach is saying RPO, and I'm good with that. I'm good with that. Tyler Boyd, you know what? Actually, we're changing this right now from an RPO to what will probably be a quick step drop and sling. Got to make sure I don't get baited and throw an interception, but Boyd, yeah, baby. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. When that happens, you got to snap the ball, and you pretty much already got to have your thumb or your preferred finger of choice. I'm assuming it's your thumb. Most people would use thumbs on the buttons, but you got to pretty much mash that sucker as soon as you snap it. If you do, it usually is good results. If you wait too long, it could be a pick. We did it pretty well. And again, we got the ball inside the 10-yard line. Just going to give it to J.J. Huntington here. Going to test this left side. However, let's have as an offensive lineman, Graham. Okay, well, I guess we're a little short on tight ends. We're going to have Graham motion over. Huntington's got a hole and couldn't fall forward. Needed to fall forward by just a little bit. He was not able to, but still a nice gain. That'll make it 2nd and goal. How about a little Y stick on a Saturday night here? DeAndre Hopkins is going to be probably my one and only read. Oh, man, that defender. That was Joe Tryon. Was that Joe Tryon-Shoyinka? It was. Number 9. I thought he was going to be blitzing for sure. And that Waskley Wabbit dropped back in coverage. The nerve of that guy, right? Can't even believe it. We got some heat coming over here on the left side, though. We're either going to run towards the blitz or run towards T.J. Watt and Blake Miser. We're running towards T.J. Watt and Blake Miser, and it doesn't matter. J.J. Huntington doing what he does best, getting into the end zone. That should put him now at 21, I believe, for the year. And don't look now, but we're playing some good football. We're playing some good football here. I might have missed that from Corey Booter. Man. I just can't ever have nice things. If one thing's working, the next thing's not. I'm not a good kicker. You guys know this. I can't talk when I do kicks. I'm not allowed to talk. You guys got to tell me this in the comments. Be like, look, don't talk while you're doing kicks. So that sucks. Missed extra points can really loom large. Hopefully it doesn't in this one. Regardless, we're still playing good. Now, let's see what our defense can do. Hey, Pickett and the boys back on offense here. Going to be single back. We'll use her up on Roquan Smith, and it's going to be Nick Chubb. Nice cutback, but he is met there by Brandon Moore, subscriber safety, who is just always all over the field. I feel like he piles up the tackles, I think, with regularity. Nice job there limiting what could have been a dangerous run there from Nick Chubb. Now, Pickett shotgun with Chubb to his left. We're blitzing here with Vaden and a little quick check down, but it's not really for much. I believe that was Chubb again and only picks up a couple. This may be a little risque here, boys, but I'm sending the pressure. I don't just want to sit back and zone, and it worked. It worked to a charm. It was Roquan Smith back there. So, yeah, I was going to say, I don't want to just sit back there in coverage and let Kenny Pickett, of all people, pick us apart. Because, first of all, that would be embarrassing. And second of all, I'm trying to win. So this is key for us, man. We got under 2 minutes to go here, and we're trying to go up now 3 scores before halftime. Sharks will get the ball. Let's see if we can get it done. 50 seconds to go here. I am very cognizant of the time. Don't worry. I just, don't want to leave really the Sharks with too much time. Off-target pass there by Thompson. Njoku was rather open a little bit. Pass just fell off the mark. Come out single back here. Boyd or Huntington will probably be the read. We're going to go to Huntington. That doesn't actually end up being the best decision. And we're not even in Corey Booter field goal range. I mean, apparently, for CJ Smallz' field goal range is a gosh dang extra point because, I don't know. I missed those too. and I'm not really a fan of what the coach is calling. I mean, I guess I'll go TE angle, only for the simple fact that I want to pick this up. We do got to watch, though, because TJ Watt and Blake Miser are blitzing, so this has got to be Njoku quickly. I think that time it worked. There we go. That's what I was trying to make happen the first time. That time Sacramento does not take the read away, and we got ourselves a fresh set of downs. But now with the verticals here, if we could get a hop in single coverage, I don't know. We'll see what that safety does. Nope, but Njoku, that's a pick. Ooh, that should have been a pick. My God. Boy, did we dodge a bullet on that one. I would have raged like no other. So Madden God's smiling on me today. I certainly appreciate that. Boyd could get open up the middle. If not, we could have Njoku. We'll give it to Njoku and probably gonna settle for a field goal here. So maybe if I can actually get my life together and make a kick, that would be great. Regardless, it's gonna be the last play here before halftime. Gotta lock in and see if I can drill this. 45-yarder, chance to go up 23-7, and now I am shutting up. I might have missed that one too. No, that one is good. Wow. Yeah, it's always dicey. So what a half by the Terminators, man. That is shocking. Pleasantly surprised, yes. But 23-7. Our defense is playing good, only allowing 7 points. Our offense is clicking. The Huntington Bros are playing really good. I would like to see some halftime stats, but I'm assuming they're just going to show me Chicago Bears versus Chicago Bears because Madden freaks out that I got all 32 team builder teams in here. Oh, we actually got a real game and real stats. Whoa. Call freaking Guinness, man. Okay, the Eels beat the Sentinels and the Destroyers taking on the Rockies. This is exciting. This is like Christmas. Rockies are losing, though, to the Destroyers. They got to put it together because they are on some type of skid. And the Rough Riders and the Flyers, our division rival, and they just continue to lose. They're now 3-11. So it's nice to see stats, though, at halftime. That's a foreign concept in this series. And let's buckle in now for half number 2. Let's see what Pickett and the boys have in store for us. It's been a nice contest by Tuscaloosa so far. And I would really, really hate for that to be derailed. It's going to be Chubb on the outside, and there we go, man. TJ Edwards. I'll tell you what, we have held Nick Chubb in check, at least so far. Knock on wood. And that is not an easy thing to do. Nick Chubb, obviously one of the best in the business. So we'll see if he goes back to Chubb here out of the single back. He is not. Roquan Smith on patrolling, and he just lofted it over my head there. And another one. I almost hit it again. I almost looked down at my notes there, and it was almost a broken tackle. It was by James Mitchell, and luckily that thing did not spell disaster. All right, we got a little safety blitz action here. This could be awesome, or this could completely blow up in my face. Hoping for the former. Oh, it's a sack! There we go, baby. It's Marcus May. I love the sack. I really want to see a subscriber get back there, but that was a good play drawn up by the defensive coordinator slash head coach slash GM slash owner of the league, me, right? I drew that play up is what I'm saying here, and we got him in a 3rd and 8 here. So we're bringing out the dime package again. It's all we can really do, and we just want to keep everything in front of us. Pickett, he's going to roll out. What are you doing, brother? Jaden Taylor again there, but he didn't even attempt to throw it downfield. They're going to kick a field goal from this spot? I mean, all right. Just don't run into the kicker. Whatever we do, don't run into the kicker. They got Matt Prater, who's a good one. He might have actually drilled that. Wow. Okay. I mean, Matt Prater, doesn't he like hold the record or tied? Didn't he kick a 64-yarder or something in Denver? Am I thinking of the wrong player? I don't know. He's good. He's also old, too, for football. He's like 41. But a nice kick there, so they do actually end up getting some points out of that, which I didn't think they would. Now let's keep piling them on the offensive side of the ball, please. We'll go left side again. We'll send over Hayden Hurst and just need to pick up this first down from Huntington. Come on. He's going to be just a bit short. It's 3rd and inches. You guys know what time it is. All right, Thompson, just need you to fall forward, and he does. That quarterback sneak on 3rd and inches. I mean, it's almost, and excuse me, What was that? Billy Bob Joe. Brother, you got some explaining to do. I don't know what was going on that play, but nothing good. I can tell you that. Part of me wants to audible and streak to Hopkins, but no, let's not. Let's have the line do a little half slide over here to the right, and this time we're not running towards both the X factors, so that's nice. I tried to cut it back to the left side. I should have just stayed true to the right. That one is on me. I might have had something there to the right. Unfortunately, we get, stonewalled for only a gain of 1. Into Sharks territory now. We're going to go screen pass. I'm trying to keep the ball out of the Sharks' hands as much as humanly possible. Oh, look at the blocks. And Huntington is having himself a game out here. That was Graham Glasgow, our left guard, throwing a nice block there for Huntington. You guys can kind of see my MO here. Like, I'm not trying to do anything crazy. I'm trying to possess the ball, right? I'm trying to not let the Sharks have it, because right now we're up, and we're up by 2 scores, and even if we got to settle for a field goal, which I don't want, I want to keep it a 2-score game, and I just want to basically fight father time here. So JJ Huntington, left side again. Let's test it. He's got some vision. Huntington may go the distance. He is going to go the distance. JJ Huntington for Offensive Player of the Year. Oh boy is what I should be saying. I mean, it's a thing of beauty. It's a thing of beauty. JJ Huntington is a dog, and he ends up housing that. And we do got to go for 2. I called my play way too fast, man. Oh, God. Why did I was just sitting there mashing the button. Maybe we can get Huntington. We're going to give it to Huntington. Come on, Huntington. Get in there. Power through, and he actually does. We are up by 21, 3 scores. This is the best football we've played all season. Kenny Pickett, what do you got? I mean, even a 3-score game, I'm not completely comfortable right now. I'm starting to get cozy, right? I'm starting to drift off into la la land, so to speak. But I'm not confident. I got to be up by 4 scores to be confident. And is that offsides by me? Right? Is that offsides by me? Surely it has to be, because they would have blown the play dead. You don't see that too often.
Ethan.
I don't know how that happened, but regardless, I'm sure that they'll decline it. Brandon Moore, need you to tighten it up there, brother. That was a monster pickup from Pickett. I am not sold that this is going to be a run play, and it is going to be a run play. Right on cue, right? Right on cue. Chubb gets it, but this clock is not a friend of the Sharks. Brandon Moore also, I saw he was the one to make the stop there. So, but that's fine, though. That's fine. Going into the 4th quarter, if we got a 3-score lead, might have been a little overzealous with this blitz call here. Pickett, where's he going to go? He's sacked. It's a forced fumble, and it's picked up by it's picked up by the Sharks. Oh, dang it. Was it Roquan Smith? I got to check this on replay. So Pickett's dropping back, and is that freaking Jerry Hughes? It is. Why is he still in here? I think Roquan Smith's actually going to get credit for the forced fumble. That's supposed to be Austin Kringle. I keep changing it in my depth chart, and he keeps popping back into the game somehow. Jerry, I love the intensity, brother, but unless you're subscribed to this channel, Jerry Hughes, if you're watching, you could join the SFL right now. Twice, really. But he keeps popping up into the certain plays and certain sets. I don't know. I don't know why he does what he does. Ask Jerry, not me. But regardless, he and Roquan Smith really, I don't know how we didn't pick that up. But it was a great play, and that's really got us set up pretty nice here. So I'm going to bring out the dime package. Just guess and pass. Not going to do any shading of the sort, but maybe Silas Vaden can get a little bit of penetration here. A design run from Pickett? Are you kidding me? Okay. 3rd and 16. I almost sent the blitz though, but no. It's not worth it. Let's just be smart about this. Pickett, he's gonna air it out, and that's.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine.
Excuse me? A baking powder? What? Brandon Moore didn't even jump. Nope. Out of bounds. Roll it back. Roll it back. We're challenging that bad boy. Oh, it's going to be booth reviewed. Watch. Give me a booth review. It's got to be booth reviewed. Thank God.
Previous
The
play
fact that
is
he
under
even
review.
caught it, man, it's coming back. 100% it's coming back. He was not in bounds. But like, or was he? He might have been. So play stands. How, man? How? Like, just give me a pick or something. Anything. I'm begging you. All right. That's okay. 7 plays, 73 yards. And as long as we can go down here and produce some points, this game is probably out of reach. But why can't I just have a team, like, just be completely out of it? I mean, it doesn't make any sense to me. Amir Abdullah, a little bit of lanes, but they closed up. And we'll see what Tuscaloosa has in store for him now. So J.J. Huntington has been the feature player of this game, and we're going to put it in his trustworthy hands. I mean, why not? Look at the lanes. He is at, not even at 100 yards. He's at 99, but 3 touchdowns. He may win Offensive Player of the Year. I'm telling you, he legitimately might. Here's the thing, though, man. We can't just be conservative, because if we're conservative, the Sharks will score. Almost guarantee it. Let's give it to Boyd. That's Huntington. I needed a block and did not get it. That's going to make it 3rd and 6. This is a monster third down here. We got some guys coming in hot. So maybe Huntington and or Njoku can pick this up. It's the Chief, but he dropped it. Oh, why did you drop it? Okay. Dude, why are we even in this position right now? It doesn't make any sense to me. I cannot believe that, what was it, Kadarius Toney or whoever it was that caught that pass. I cannot believe that he even caught that. Luckily, we did get a nice little buffer, but there's still 6 minutes to go in this ball game. All right, Tuscaloosa, I need you to do the unthinkable and get a W. Well, first of all, I need you to stop Nick Chubb, okay? That's prime focus number 1. Now, if the Sharks score here, they would presumably kick an onside kick. And the way that this game works against me, I wouldn't be surprised if they got it. So, like, let's just maybe stop them here. Yeah, can we do that? That's what I want to happen. Pickett gonna not give it to Chubb. Oh, it's Jaden Taylor! Game-sealing interception. Perfect timing, user pick. Jaden, I know you are watching right now. Talk that smack in the comments. Probably game-sealing interception, but it was wildly inaccurate by Pickett. It was a perfect timing user pick, and Jaden Taylor gets his 4th of the year, I think, and it could not have come at a better time. Jaden, thank you so much. I'm going to buy you a Christmas present. Let me know in the comments what you want. And can we hold on for the W? That is the question. Kenny Pickett coming out empty, which I'm never a fan of. Oh, Jax, I was right there in the vicinity. All I had to do was jump with him. Maybe he could have had an interception. He did not, and Pickett does convert. And why am I still not confident? Like, I should be confident right now, but I'm not, and that's why. You see why right there. They're probably going to score on this drive, but would they even, with 20-point deficit, would they onside kick it? I'm sure they would, right? I'm sure that they would. Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe they would, maybe they wouldn't. But Pickett, actually going to be a run to Chubb. Of course, Roquan Smith is there, the field general, and now they're going hurry up. So this is where I am scared, and I don't like anything. Nice defense there. Roquan Smith is the defensive MVP of this team. 3rd and 6, let's go. All right, here we go. Can we get it done? It's going to be Chubb? Question mark? God, I was right there with TJ Edwards too, but I was freaking strafing. So that's why I didn't get a chance to tackle him. That's unfortunate. Pickett going to be sacked. Who is it? It's Jerry Hughes. Why is Jerry Hughes in here so much? I don't know, but he's just earned himself a roster spot, I guess. And there's Jalen Waddle, Roquan Smith making the tackle. Now, Time is really a factor here. Jax Vaden. Oh, it's Jaden! It's Jaden! Just go down, Jaden! Jaden Taylor, 2 interceptions. Talk that smack in the comments. I know you're here. Jaden Taylor, number 7, 2. Count them, 2 interceptions. Tuscaloosa is here. And how about that? 37-17, winning the game. You may think because we scored 37 points that our offense won the game. And I would say, okay, fair enough. Jaden Taylor won the game. Our defense as a whole, as a unit, we only allowed 17 points. 2 of those touchdowns, 14 of those points were deep bombs, right? So aside from those 2 plays, I'll say, our defense came to play today against a team that is destined for the playoffs, the Sacramento Sharks. And I don't know why it took so long. But regardless, I am happy with the result, and a lot to unpack from this game here, man. Drew Thompson went for 239, a touchdown, no picks. And Kenny Pickett actually had a decent game passing, but those 2 interceptions proved to be way too much to overcome. This guy right here, again, Opoy, Offensive Player of the Year, probably J.J. Huntington, 20 attempts, 118 yards, and 3 touchdowns, average nearly 6 yards per carry, and we never let Nick Chubb get going. That was key right there. David Njoku played good. J.J. Huntington as a passer played good. So did Ty Huntington, 4 for 71, and a touchdown as well. So nice job from our subscriber players as receivers. And then defensively, Roquan Smith is just a guy, man. He's not a subscriber, I don't think, but he's still a guy. But there was just so much here, man, defensively. Amari Taylor had 6 tackles. That's awesome. Billy Bob Joe had 6 tackles and a tackle for loss. So nice work there from him. Brandon Moore had 4 tackles. He's always all over the field. Jerry Hughes, quietly, also one of our best players of the game so far today. But Jaden Taylor, 2 interceptions. This is why we won right here. Those INTs were game-changing plays. So Jaden Taylor, you are the MVP of this game, my friend. TJ Huntington had 2 tackles, and Blake Miser only 1 tackle. So TJ Watt only 1 TFL. So both of the edge rushers were not a factor in this one at all. They could have been, and I was scared that they would be, but wow, that is awesome. We get ourselves a dub. Not going to go through the full subscriber stats because this episode is so long, but let's see who came away with the wins here in the SFL. And Jaden Taylor gets the Defensive Player of the Week. That's awesome. Awesome. I don't even usually highlight these because we're never in them, but like, wow, dude, Jaden just came to play today, and that's awesome. It's so nice to get a win. Now, not going to go through the stats again because like this episode's already going to be so long, but we'll at least see who came away with the victories. San Jose Industrials do beat the Juneau Snow Owls. We got the Akron Summits beating the Montana Mountain Lions 27-21. We got the Edmonton Coyotes in a high-scoring game, beating the Memphis Suns 34-24. OKC Eels beat the Sentinels in a very tight matchup, 28-24. Jersey Shore D's, who are just so good, like they're really good. They beat the Albany Argonauts 30s. That was a clash of the 1 and 2 seed on opposing conferences, but still. So they get the better of the Argonauts. The North Carolina Flyers actually pulled out a victory against the Fort Worth Rough Riders. Very nice. We got the St. Petersburg Manatees beating the Providence Red Raiders. We got the Topeka Silverbacks. Nice win over the Kissimmee Crocs. Portland Destroyers throw up a 48 bomb, and the Boulder Rockies just continue to lose. That is unfortunate for them. Portland Lobsters also beat the Grand Rapids Lightning in a low-scoring contest. Louisville Fighters beat the Rochester Rebels 20-12 in another low-scoring affair. We got the Roswell Revolution getting the better of the Massachusetts Smithies 35-21. Of course, no introduction needed or no synopsis needed. we get a big win. Dakota Pronghorns actually beat the Salem Steelhawks 28-23, and the Milwaukee Motors 1-13. I want to say they're just so bad, man. They lose to the Toronto Thunderbirds, and then the Spirits beat the Las Vegas Jacks in a very close contest. So sorry about not highlighting the stats, but man, this video is going to be freaking 2 hours by the time I'm done with it, and I did highlight all the stats pregame, so that kind of makes up for it. But wow, so happy. Hope you guys are too. Shout out Jaden Taylor, MVP of this game. And that is going to do it for me tonight, guys. As always, I appreciate you stopping by. I will catch you on the next one. Until then, peace.